Picture this. You're sitting in your favorite chair, watching the evening news, when suddenly you feel that familiar ache in your knees. Or maybe you've noticed you're forgetting where you put your reading glasses more often than you'd like to admit. You might even feel winded just walking up the stairs to your bedroom. These moments make your heart sink a little, don't they? Here's something that might shock you. What if I told you that the difference between aging gracefully and struggling through your golden years could be sitting right there in your refrigerator's vegetable drawer? What if 5 simple vegetables, when combined the right way, could help you feel 20 years younger and potentially add years to your life? You absolutely must listen to every word of this message if you don't want to miss your chance to live longer, stronger, and more independently. Because without this knowledge, you could be facing unnecessary joint pain, crushing fatigue, memory fog, and even dangerous falls that could steal your independence forever. I know that sounds dramatic, but stay with me. Every day, thousands of Americans over 60 are unknowingly making choices at the grocery store that are either building their health or quietly tearing it down. They're buying vegetables thinking they're doing the right thing, but they have no idea which ones their aging bodies actually need most. The truth is, your body after 60 isn't the same as it was at 40. Your digestion has changed. Your nutrient absorption isn't what it used to be. Your bones need different support. Your heart requires specific care. And most importantly, your immune system is working overtime to keep you healthy and strong. What I'm about to share with you today isn't just another list of healthy foods. This is a carefully researched combination of 5 specific vegetables that work together like a symphony in your body. When you eat them the right way, they create what nutritionists call a longevity synergy, each one making the others work even better. I've seen grown men and women in their 70s start crying tears of joy when they realized how much better they could feel. I've witnessed people who couldn't walk to their mailboxes without pain suddenly taking evening strolls around their neighborhoods again. I've heard from folks who thought their best days were behind them, only to discover they were just getting started. But here's what breaks my heart. Most seniors have no idea this information even exists. They're settling for aches and pains, thinking it's just part of getting older. They're accepting fatigue as normal. They're watching their friends decline and thinking it's inevitable. It doesn't have to be this way. Not for you, not anymore. The 5 vegetables I'm going to tell you about aren't exotic or expensive. You can find them at any grocery store. You probably already know their names. But the way you'll learn to combine them, that's where the magic happens. That's what has doctors scratching their heads in amazement when they see the test results. Your body is still capable of incredible things. Your cells are still ready to repair and regenerate. Your energy is still there, waiting to return. All you need is the right fuel, prepared the right way, eaten at the right times. So settle in, get comfortable, and prepare to discover something that could change everything about how you age. Meet Dr. Sarah Mitchell, your guide to vibrant aging. Let me introduce you to someone who's about to become your new best friend in the journey toward healthier aging. Her name is Dr. Sarah Mitchell, and she's spent the last 25 years as a geriatric nutritionist right here in Portland, Oregon. But Sarah's story isn't just about medical degrees and research papers. It's deeply personal. You see, Sarah didn't start out planning to dedicate her life to helping seniors. That path chose her one autumn afternoon when she was visiting her beloved grandmother, Rose. Grandma Rose had always been the cornerstone of their family, the one who hosted every holiday, tended the most beautiful garden on the block, and could outwalk people half her age. But that day was different. Sarah found her grandmother sitting at the kitchen table, staring at a plate of food she barely touched. Rose's hands were so swollen with arthritis, she could hardly hold her fork. She complained of feeling dizzy and tired all the time. The vibrant woman who had raised Sarah was fading before her eyes. "Honey," Rose said with tears in her eyes, "I feel like I'm disappearing a little more each day. I don't want to be a burden, but I can't seem to do anything right anymore." That moment changed everything for Sarah. She left her job in sports nutrition and dove headfirst into studying how food could help seniors not just survive, but truly thrive. She spent years researching, studying under the best geriatricians in the country, and most importantly, experimenting with her own grandmother. What happened next still gives Sarah goosebumps when she tells the story. Within 3 months of changing Rose's diet, specifically adding the 5 vegetables we're going to talk about today, her grandmother was back to her old self. The joint pain decreased dramatically. Her energy returned. Her mind became sharp again. Rose lived another 12 beautiful, active years, gardening until she was 89. "That's when I realized," Sarah often tells her patients, "that we've been thinking about aging all wrong. We don't have to just accept decline. Our bodies want to heal, want to stay strong. We just need to give them the right tools." Since then, Dr. Mitchell has helped over 3,000 seniors transform their health through what she calls strategic vegetable combining. She's published research in medical journals, spoken at conferences, and trained other doctors in her methods. But what she's most proud of are the letters she receives from people like you. Letters from folks who thought their hiking days were over, only to find themselves climbing mountains again. From grandparents who can now keep up with their grandchildren at the playground. From couples who rediscovered their energy for travel and adventure. Every vegetable has its own personality, Sarah likes to say with her warm smile. But when you introduce the right ones to each other, something magical happens. They become stronger together than they ever could alone. Just like people. Today, Dr. Mitchell is going to share with you the exact combination that gave her grandmother 12 extra years of vibrant life. The same combination that's helped thousands of seniors across America rediscover their vitality. My mission, she says, is simple: to help every American over 60 realize that their best years don't have to be behind them. They can be right now, starting today. The first 2 game changers, spinach and butternut squash. Dr. Mitchell always starts her consultations with what she calls the dynamic duo, 2 vegetables that form the foundation of longevity nutrition. These aren't just any vegetables. They're what she discovered were the secret weapons in her grandmother's remarkable transformation. The first hero in our story is spinach, but not just any spinach preparation. Most people think of spinach as something Popeye ate from a can. Dr. Mitchell chuckles. But fresh spinach, prepared correctly, is like a multivitamin that actually tastes good. Here's what makes spinach so special for seniors. It's packed with something called lutein, which is like sunscreen for your brain. As we age, our brains need protection from inflammation and oxidative stress. Lutein creates a protective shield around your brain cells, helping maintain sharp thinking and clear memories. But that's just the beginning. Spinach also contains the perfect combination of folate and iron that older bodies crave. Your heart, which has been beating faithfully for 60-plus years, needs this specific nutritional support to keep pumping strong. The magnesium in spinach helps relax blood vessels, naturally supporting healthy blood pressure. But spinach can't work its magic alone. That's where our second vegetable comes in, butternut squash. Dr. Mitchell calls it nature's multivitamin in disguise. I remember the first time I served butternut squash to my grandmother, Sarah recalls. She looked at me skeptically and said, "Honey, that looks like baby food." 3 weeks later, she was asking me to make it every Sunday because she felt so much better. Butternut squash is rich in beta-carotene, which your body converts to vitamin A. This isn't just good for your eyes, though it certainly helps with that. Vitamin A is crucial for maintaining a strong immune system. And as we age, our immune systems need all the help they can get. It also supports healthy skin, which becomes more fragile and needs extra protection as the years go by. But here's the real magic. When you eat spinach and butternut squash together, something remarkable happens. The healthy fats needed to absorb the nutrients in spinach are naturally present in butternut squash when it's prepared correctly. Meanwhile, the iron in spinach helps your body make better use of the beta-carotene in the squash. Let me tell you about Robert, a 72-year-old gentleman Dr. Mitchell worked with last year. Robert came to her feeling defeated. He'd always been active, coached Little League, worked in his workshop, took long walks with his wife Marie. But lately, he found himself exhausted by noon and struggling to remember simple things. "Doc," he told her, "I feel like I'm letting Marie down. We used to dance every Friday night. Now I can barely stay awake for the evening news." Dr. Mitchell started Robert on what she calls the Foundation Protocol, a specific way of preparing and eating spinach and butternut squash together 3 times a week. She showed him how to lightly saute fresh spinach with a small amount of olive oil, and how to roast butternut squash with just a touch of cinnamon. Within 6 weeks, Robert was back at Friday night dancing. His energy had returned. His mind felt clearer, and he'd even started a new woodworking project. "I feel like myself again," he told Dr. Mitchell with tears in his eyes. "Marie says I'm more like the man she married 45 years ago." The key, Dr. Mitchell explains, isn't just eating these vegetables, it's eating them together, prepared in a way that maximizes their absorption. Most seniors eat vegetables as sides or afterthoughts. But when you understand how to make spinach and butternut squash work as a team, you're giving your body the building blocks it needs to repair, energize, and protect itself. These 2 vegetables created the foundation for everything else we're going to add, Dr. Mitchell explains. Think of them as the solid ground you're building your health house on. Everything else we add will work better, because these 2 are there supporting them. The power trio: kale, beets, and carrots. Now that we've laid the foundation with spinach and butternut squash, Dr. Mitchell introduces what she calls the power trio. 3 vegetables that, when combined with our foundation, create what researchers are calling the longevity effect. Let's start with kale, a vegetable that's gotten a lot of attention lately, though not always for the right reasons. I have patients tell me all the time that they tried kale and hated it, Dr. Mitchell laughs. Usually, that's because someone told them to eat it raw in a salad. For seniors, that's not just unpalatable, it's not even the best way to get its benefits. Kale is what nutritionists call a calcium powerhouse, but not in the way you might think. While dairy products get all the credit for bone health, kale contains calcium that's actually easier for aging bodies to absorb. It also contains vitamin K2, which is like a traffic director, telling that calcium exactly where to go, into your bones and teeth. not into your arteries where it could cause problems. But kale's real superpower lies in something called glucosinolates. These compounds help your liver detoxify naturally, something that becomes increasingly important as we age, and our bodies become less efficient at eliminating toxins from medications, environmental pollutants, and even the natural waste products our cells create. The second member of our power trio is beets, a vegetable many people remember from their childhood as something that came from a can and stained everything purple. Fresh beets are completely different, and their impact on senior health is nothing short of remarkable. Beets contain natural nitrates that your body converts into nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as your blood vessel's best friend. It helps them relax and expand, allowing blood to flow more easily to all parts of your body, including your brain, your heart, and your extremities. Many seniors notice their hands and feet are always cold. Beets can help with that circulation issue naturally. Dr. Mitchell often shares the story of Margaret, a 68-year-old retired teacher who came to her, complaining of constant fatigue and difficulty concentrating. "I used to read 3 books a week," Margaret said. "Now I can barely get through a magazine article without my mind wandering." Margaret had been dealing with what many seniors face: reduced blood flow to the brain that affects concentration and energy. After adding properly prepared beets to her diet 3 times a week, Margaret noticed changes within a month. "I'm reading again," she reported excitedly. "Not just reading. I'm enjoying it again. My mind feels awake." The third member of our power trio might surprise you: carrots. Not the baby carrots from a bag, but fresh, whole carrots prepared in a specific way that maximizes their benefits for senior health. Carrots contain more than just beta-carotene for eye health, though that's certainly important as we age. They also contain compounds called polyacetylenes, which support immune function in a unique way. These compounds help your immune system distinguish between healthy cells and potentially harmful ones, a function that becomes less precise as we age. But here's where the magic really happens. When you combine kale, beets, and carrots with our foundation vegetables, each one makes the others work better. The vitamin C in kale helps your body absorb the iron from spinach more effectively. The natural sugars in beets and carrots help your body utilize the nutrients in kale. The fiber in all 3 helps slow down digestion, allowing for better nutrient absorption overall. Dr. Mitchell has a specific protocol for introducing these 3 vegetables. "I never ask my patients to change everything at once," she explains. "We add 1 new vegetable each week, prepared in a way that tastes good and is easy to digest. By the 4th week, they're eating all 5 vegetables regularly, and that's when we see the real transformations begin." The key is understanding that these aren't just individual vegetables. They're a team. Each one has a role to play, and when they're all present, working together, they create something that's far more powerful than the sum of their parts. The art of combining, your weekly longevity menu. Now comes the part that Dr. Mitchell says makes all the difference: learning how to bring these 5 vegetables together in a way that's not just nutritionally powerful, but actually enjoyable to eat. The best nutrition plan in the world won't help you if you can't stick to it, she often tells her patients. And you won't stick to it if it doesn't taste good or feels like a chore. The secret isn't complicated, but it is specific. Dr. Mitchell has developed what she calls the rhythm method, a way of rotating and combining these vegetables throughout the week that ensures you're getting maximum benefit while keeping your meals interesting and delicious. Monday, Wednesday and Friday become what she calls foundation days. This is when you combine spinach and butternut squash. The simplest preparation involves roasting cubed butternut squash with a light drizzle of olive oil and a pinch of cinnamon until it's tender and slightly caramelized. During the last 5 minutes of roasting, you add fresh spinach to the pan, letting it wilt gently with the squash. The sweetness of the squash balances the earthiness of the spinach, Dr. Mitchell explains. Most of my patients tell me this combination reminds them of a comfort food they loved as children, even though they can't quite place what it is. Tuesday and Thursday are power days when you introduce the trio. Here's where Dr. Mitchell's experience really shines. Instead of trying to eat all 3 vegetables separately, she's developed simple combinations that make them work as one dish. Her most popular preparation involves grating fresh carrots and beets together, then lightly steaming them until they're tender, but still have a slight bite. The kale gets added in the final few minutes, just long enough to soften, but not long enough to become bitter. A squeeze of fresh lemon juice and a small amount of olive oil brings all the flavors together. Saturday becomes Harmony Day, when all 5 vegetables come together in what Dr. Mitchell calls the longevity bowl. This isn't a complicated recipe, but rather a simple combination where each vegetable maintains its identity while contributing to the whole. Sunday is rest day, not from good nutrition, but from the specific protocol. Your body needs time to process and utilize all these nutrients, Dr. Mitchell explains. Sunday is when you eat whatever vegetables you enjoy most, prepared however you like them best. The timing matters too. Dr. Mitchell recommends eating your vegetable combinations with your largest meal of the day, when your digestive system is working at its peak. For most seniors, this is lunch rather than dinner. Preparation is key to success. Dr. Mitchell suggests spending 30 minutes on Sunday preparing vegetables for the week. Wash and chop everything at once. Pre-roast the butternut squash. Grate the carrots and beets and store them together. When everything is ready to go, you're much more likely to follow through, she notes. The most important thing, Dr. Mitchell emphasizes, is to start slowly and listen to your body. Some people feel more energetic within days. Others notice changes more gradually over weeks. Your body has been with you for many decades. It knows how to heal itself when you give it the right tools. This isn't about perfection, she reminds her patients gently. It's about progress, consistency, and giving your body what it needs to serve you well for many years to come. Common mistakes that could sabotage your success. After 25 years of helping seniors transform their health through nutrition, Dr. Mitchell has seen the same mistakes over and over again. The wonderful thing about mistakes, she says with her characteristic warmth, is that once you know about them, they're completely avoidable. The first mistake is what she calls the more is better trap. When people start feeling better, they often think that if 5 servings of these vegetables are good, 10 must be better. This is particularly common with spinach and kale, both of which contain compounds called oxalates. I had a patient named Frank who was so excited about his results that he started eating spinach twice a day, every day, Dr. Mitchell recalls. Within a month, he was dealing with kidney stones. His body simply couldn't process that much oxalate at once. The key is balance and rotation. Your body needs time to process and utilize nutrients. More importantly, it needs variety. Even the healthiest foods can cause problems if eaten in excess. The second major mistake involves preparation methods. Many seniors, trying to be health conscious, eat these vegetables raw or severely overcook them. Both approaches limit the nutritional benefits significantly. Raw kale is particularly problematic for seniors, Dr. Mitchell explains. As we age, our digestive systems become less efficient at breaking down tough plant fibers. Raw kale can actually cause digestive discomfort and prevent you from absorbing its nutrients. On the flip side, boiling vegetables until they're mushy destroys many of the delicate compounds that make them so beneficial. The goal is gentle cooking methods, light steaming, roasting at moderate temperatures, or quick sautéing, that break down fibers enough for easy digestion while preserving nutrients. The third mistake is timing. Dr. Mitchell often sees patients who eat their vegetables at the wrong times or in the wrong combinations with other foods. I had a lovely woman named Dorothy who was taking her calcium supplement right along with her kale, she shares. The calcium was actually preventing her from absorbing the iron in the spinach. Timing matters because different nutrients compete for absorption. Iron and calcium are particularly problematic when eaten together. The solution is simple. Eat your vegetable combinations at least 2 hours away from calcium supplements or calcium-rich foods. Perhaps the most heartbreaking mistake Dr. Mitchell sees is what she calls the perfection paralysis. These are seniors who get so worried about doing everything exactly right that they end up doing nothing at all. I remember Thomas, a retired engineer who wanted to calculate the exact nutrient content of every meal, she recalls. He spent 3 weeks researching and planning, but never actually started eating the vegetables. Meanwhile, his wife Helen just started adding spinach to her Tuesday soup and felt better within days. The final mistake is giving up too quickly. Your body has been developing certain patterns for many decades, Dr. Mitchell reminds her patients. It's going to take more than a few days to see dramatic changes, but those changes will come if you're patient and consistent. She always tells new patients, if you've been feeling tired and achy for months or years, it's reasonable to expect that it might take a few weeks or even a couple of months to turn that around. But wouldn't a few months of patience be worth years of feeling better? As we reach the end of our time together today, I want you to take a moment and imagine something with me. Picture yourself 6 months from now, waking up in the morning and actually feeling rested. Imagine standing up from your favorite chair without that familiar wince of pain. Think about having the energy to play with your grandchildren, to take that trip you've been putting off, or simply to enjoy an evening walk with someone you love. This isn't wishful thinking. This isn't too good to be true. This is what Dr. Mitchell has seen happen thousands of times when seniors give their bodies the specific nutritional support they need through these 5 powerful vegetables: spinach, butternut squash, kale, beets, and carrots. Remember, these aren't exotic superfoods that cost a fortune or require special preparation skills. These are simple, everyday vegetables that you can find at any grocery store. The magic isn't in the vegetables themselves. It's in understanding how to combine them, how to prepare them, and how to make them work together as a team in your body. Your body has been with you for many decades, through celebrations and challenges, through busy years of raising families and building careers. It's served you faithfully, and now it's asking for your help in return. It's asking for the specific nutrients it needs to repair, to energize, to protect, and to keep serving you well for many years to come. I know that some of you might be thinking, this sounds too simple to make such a big difference. That's exactly what Robert thought before he started dancing with Marie again. It's what Margaret thought before she rediscovered her love of reading. It's what Dr. Mitchell's own grandmother thought before she gained 12 additional years of vibrant, independent living. The truth is, the most powerful changes often come from the simplest actions, done consistently with love and intention. Others of you might be wondering, is it too late for me to see real changes? Let me answer that with something Dr. Mitchell tells every new patient. As long as you're breathing, your body is capable of healing, of getting stronger, of feeling better. Age is not a barrier to improvement. It's simply information about how much your body needs your support. Starting tomorrow, you have a choice. You can continue accepting that aches, fatigue, and declining health are just part of getting older. Or you can take the first small step toward discovering what your body is still capable of when you give it what it needs. Your first step is beautifully simple. Next time you're at the grocery store, pick up some fresh spinach and a butternut squash. That's it. Just those 2 items. Take them home, prepare them using the method I shared earlier, and pay attention to how you feel over the next week. That's how every transformation begins, with one small, positive choice that leads to another, then another, until suddenly you realize you're living a completely different life. Your best years don't have to be behind you. They can be right now, starting today, with something as simple as the vegetables you choose to put on your plate. What you do with this information is entirely up to you. But I hope you'll give yourself the gift of finding out just how good you can feel. You deserve to thrive, not just survive. You deserve energy, vitality, and joy in these precious years of your life. The vegetables are waiting. Your transformation is ready to begin.